All right, this is my Game 2 recap for the 2024 NBA Finals. Let's get started. All right, so Game 2, the Boston Celtics ended up winning 105 to 98. It was only a 7-point game, a lot closer than the 18-point game in Game 1. But for Dallas, there was many of the same issues for the offensive side of the ball as there was in Game 1. They still only shot 23% from the three and 67% from the free throw line, which is obviously below average. Luka Doncic was really the only guy that did much of anything on offense with a 30-point triple-double himself. PJ Washington was solid with 17 points. Daniel Gafford had 13 and 9. He was pretty good, but then again, Kyrie Irving, just as he did in Game 1, was only 16 points, 7 of 18 from the field. So a very inefficient performance from Kyrie Irving. Although he was marginally better, it's still a very underwhelming performance from Kyrie Irving. He was 0 of 3 from 3. He is so far 0 of 8 from the 3-point line in this NBA Finals. And again, if Dallas wants any chance of winning this series, Kyrie Irving is going to have to play like the superstar-esque level player that he is. He should be scoring 25 plus points a game relatively efficiently every single night. And he's not done that so far, which is mostly why they're not being able to win any of these games. And everybody besides Luka Doncic has been shooting about 10% from 3-point line outside of garbage time this series. So basically, nobody is hitting threes besides Luka Doncic. PJ Washington and Dante Exum were the only two guys that even had a singular three-pointer in this game outside of Luka Doncic. They had 6 threes all game. Having 6 threes in an entire game in 2024 is not going to win you an NBA basketball game. Boston didn't do much better. They had 10 threes, which is, a lot more than Dallas had, but they only shot 26% from three, so a little bit better, but not by much. But they also shot 95% from the line. If Dallas would have shot 95% from the line, they would have made 7 more free throws. This would be a 1 point. This would have been they would have made 7 more free throws, and it would have been a tied game. So Dallas has got to be better at the 3-point line and the free throw line if they want a chance of being able to win this series. And players other than Luka Doncic are going to have to step up. For Boston, they've been, a team. Everyone on their team has been dominating basically all postseason long. This game, it was Drew Holiday, 26 and 11, 11 of 14 from the field. Really good game for him. Jaylen Brown, 21 points, 7 assists. He was very efficient with 3 steals as well. But Jason Tatum put up decent numbers, 18, 9, and 12, but he was only 6 of 22 from the field and 1 of 7 from the 3-point line. Little concerning that Jason Tatum so far in this series is shooting a combined 12 of 38 and only 4 of 14 from 3. Not the best performances here from Jason Tatum as far as efficiency, but he still put up decent numbers, just, definitely not anything that he was putting up in the regular season or in the postseason this far. He's still averaging 27, 5, and 8 this entire postseason run, but those numbers have gone significantly down here in the last 2 games. With him not even breaking 20 points in either of these first 2 games. But ultimately, the Boston Celtics have had plenty of help, and Jason Tatum does not need to play like a superstar level player in order for them to win this series, because obviously so far, they've been just fine. But I would assume that now that we go to Dallas for game 3 and 4, I would assume Kyrie Irving does a little bit better than he has been. I think Dallas is probably going to make it a 2-2 series here when they go back to Boston after game 4. But there was a little bit of injury concerns here for both teams. Luka Doncic is listed as a game time decision, listed as probable mostly. He had to get an injection in his chest or rib area or something for some sort of injury, I think is what it was. But yeah, definitely not the best news there for Luka Doncic. But he basically, said, just give me the shot, I'll play through it, and I'll worry about the repercussions after the postseason. So Luka Doncic is probably going to be able to play. He's certainly not 100%, but he's still playing like the best player by far here for Dallas. Now, Kristaps Porzingis is a different kind of question here for Boston. He's listed as questionable. Apparently has a serious leg injury, but he still is potentially being able to play. I personally think he's not going to be able to play here in Game 3. That's going to give Dallas the edge here for Game 3 at least, and I think they'll play in Game 4, but certainly not 100%. He has not been 100%, in the first 2 games either, and that's why he's only played 20 and 23 minutes respectively, even though he's still been one of the better players when he is on the court and his limited action. So without Kristaps Porzingis here in Game 3, I'm assuming Dallas is definitely going to be able to win that game, I would think. Probably still very close, but I think I'll give the edge to Dallas. And then for game 4, Kristaps will probably be back, but still on his roughly 20-minute a game minute restriction. And I do think Dallas will likely tie this series up 2-2, heading back to Boston. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check back later this week for an updated recap, and make sure to check out my UFL videos as well.